Neil Carlson here with a kind of a wild story out of Grand Rapids, Minnesota. We had the investigation is now apparently wrapped up regarding one police officer slapping another police officer and pulling a gun on him in an argument over Trump and Biden. One of those who witnessed the incident, which happened, where was this? January 23rd of 2021 at the Grand Rapids Police Department, was Tessa Johnson, who was then an employee of the Minnesota State Patrol. Well, thanks for talking to me. I guess, can you just tell folks what basically happened in the break room?
Well, like I had said in my statement to the BCA, we were having coffee, and there was four of us in the room, myself, the sergeant, and the two other officers. And we were just hanging out, as we do quite often, and the two officers were in a discussion. Bill Saw and Sean Tomplin were having a discussion, political discussion, and I don't engage in political discussions. So to be honest with you, I'm not even sure what led up to the statements that were made prior to. However, it was some discussion on how Biden is a pervert and he smells kids' hair, and how would you feel if that happened to your kids? I mean, I would say that's the gist of it. And that's when Officer Saw became very angry and stood up and stood over Sean and had slapped him. And it was more of a condescending slap, not a real hard one. And then as he had slapped him, he had drew his duty weapon and had held it above, pointed at Sean. And from what I recall was, don't ever talk about my children, or don't ever talk about my family like that, or something to that effect. And Sean was in an office chair as Bill was standing above him with his gun drawn, and I don't recall what else was said from Bill, but Sean leaned back in his chair, trying to back away as far as he could without rolling away or saying anything, or just everything happened very quickly. And then it was over, and he reholstered his duty weapon. He sat down and then got back up, and he left. And shortly after, Sean left, and then I had left after that. I just sat there in stunned silence.
Now, I spoke with Grand Rapids Mayor Dale Christie, who wasn't able to confirm the specifics in this incident. He referred me to the city attorney, who was out of town. But the offender in the incident, Officer William Saw, apparently received a punishment of 10 days suspension without pay, and Sergeant Heath Smith, the second witness, received a 5-day suspension without pay for apparently not reporting the incident. And both of those officers received tens of thousands of dollars while they were on paid leave, and the incident was being investigated for months. No charges were ever filed. We'll have more information on all this when we get it from the city administrator or through open records laws. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.